and in this lecture we're going to be talking about in-demand gigs that you could sell on Fiverr, but they require some sort of talent or skill, and I'm going to be briefly talking about each of these gigs that I'm going to be recommending. And unlike the previous lectures in this section of the course, I'm not going to be showing you how to optimize these gigs for sales. So I'm not going to be showing you the gig title, stuff like that, only because I have not sold these gigs myself before, so I would not know what exactly to put into these gigs or what works with these gigs. Now, that doesn't mean you guys are left out to dry, right? You guys can just sort by highest rating in the category that you're interested in selling and just look at the top sellers, see what keywords they use, what kind of videos they use, stuff like that, and you guys can imitate and just take ideas from these gigs themselves. Now, let's go on to the gigs. So the first thing I'm going to recommend is translating services, written translating services. To do this, I would recommend using a online translator. So if you're translating from English to German, for example, use an online translator to translate the copy that the buyer provides you, and then you're going to get this copy that's translated by the online translator, and then just edit it and make sure it makes sense and it's readable. So that's one way to do it. Obviously you have to be bilingual to do this, but it's a great service to sell on Fiverr, and I see a lot of people doing it and making a lot of money doing it. Okay, the next thing we're going to be talking about is voiceovers. This is what I'm doing right now. You don't have to be a voice actor or have a great voice to do this. You can try it out as long as you're confident and you have a pretty decent mic. You can do this. It's not very hard. Now, the reason I put it under the skilled or talented category is because I find the best voices do sell really well. But try it out. Maybe your voice is different enough that it'll catch on and you'll find yourself getting a lot of orders just because you have a unique voice or you're really good at speaking over the microphone. The next gig is WordPress development. So a lot of buyers come on Fiverr to seek services like WordPress installation, installing their theme on their WordPress site to make it look like the demo, migrating their old WordPress site onto a new server. If you have experience with WordPress, you could easily provide these services and complete these gigs in 10 to 15 minutes, and it's great, easy work. Okay. Next gig is video editing. If you can add text to videos, if you can remove sections of videos, if you can add background music to videos, a lot of buyers come on Fiverr looking for this kind of work for either videos they've already purchased or videos they created themselves, and they need someone to do some editing on it because they don't have the software or the know-how on doing that kind of work. The next is logo design, which is huge on Fiverr right now. If you look at this person over here, this person has over 10,000 reviews. It's safe to say that this person has over 20,000 orders total, and that's pretty crazy. I don't think there's many sellers who have a gig like this right now who have over 10,000 reviews. That's insane. It may seem saturated, guys, but if you are really good at doing this, if you have software that can quickly generate a logo for you and you can work off that, do it, guys. It's highly in demand. There is a way to still carve out your niche. Okay, a lot of these people who started out, they probably thought the same thing in the beginning. Oh, it's too saturated, I'll never make any sales. Then you see these people, they all have sales, a lot too. So people don't just pick the top guys, they go to the bottom guys too. Okay, and lastly, we're going to be talking about mobile development services. So I think this is a big trend on Fiverr right now. A lot of people come on Fiverr to outsource app development work, such as app developers or people who just want to create an app. If you have experience with coding or icon design or Q&A and testing, this is a great gig to start selling on Fiverr. So obviously I'm not saying code an entire app for $5. That's crazy. But as you can see, there are people who scale down their services for app developers or even create gig extras that they can attach onto their gig to make it a more expensive gig, to make it worthwhile to program an app. And like I said, if you have icon design experience, you can do that too, or even just Q&A and testing of apps. There are developers who require that as well. So that's it for this section, guys. We're done covering specific gigs that you can sell on Fiverr. I may add more in the future as they come, but for now we're done with this section. We're now going to go on to the other part of selling, and that is customer service, getting repeat customers, things like that, guys. Okay, stay tuned. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.